trying to stop. Yeah. I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this much time to create an album.
Okay, it is a real place, yes.
Hell yeah.
White Collar Rhymes is exactly what it says. It's just, you know, people who work jobs and rap.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White Collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, you know, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, you know, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you.
Soul of a golden god, by my team, imagine the rapping and then wrote it off. No fraud, an MC and a sex beast, trying to find a balance. Truly XL when I spread cheese, yeah. I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary is the last
Oh,
mixtape.
is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
Lord knows I'ma give it all I got. I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top, it'll pay off in the end. Sometimes I feel lost, I don't know where to begin. Ain't trying to stop. Yeah. I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this much time to create an album.
Okay, it is a real place, yes.
Hell yeah.
White Collar Rhymes is exactly what it says. It's just, you know, people who work jobs and rap.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White Collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, you know, jittery and amped up when he's excited.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Boom boom boom. What's up, peasants?
Hello world.
Hello world. Welcome to the internet. Did you ever build a website, put hello world on it? Is the first thing?
I did. You might remember it from early AOL days. Has my picture on there with my little blonde mullet. It says, "Hello, my future girlfriend."
Hello,
my
my
internet
future
dating
girlfriend.
site.
That's crazy. That's one thing that they don't like to be titled is girlfriend before they commit to it.
I mean, every girl that I've ever dated was my girlfriend before we dated. They just didn't know it yet. So it's part of it, part of the process.
I'm glad that consent is now a thing. What up, folks? I'm Dice. I'm here with D-Bird, back from the abyss.
It's me. I've been to the darkest corners of humanity. I've seen what pain and suffering looks like. And I'm back with an optimistic tone and an open ear.
What does an optimistic tone sound like?
It sounds very pleasant. Something like elevator music, like a radio host that talks about the future of America in not Nazi symbols. Yeah, optimism.
Oh wait, I need to switch the layout. It's just the two of us. I mean, I know everybody's excited about taking over Greenland, but calm your horses down.
My horses are calm.
I mean,
Calmest horses you'll ever see.
the horses will be on the way to Greenland in due time, I'm sure, based on the rhetoric that our president has been spewing in front of every global leader in the world over the last several weeks.
The current events show, WCR. We're keeping tabs on, horses and where they're going.
Yeah, it's the subscriber show, man. We're here to chill out. We've got a few subscriptions and a tip from NK to start the show, so we'll listen to some music. But
All of that?
all of that, it's piling on to start the show. But we try to be human sometimes and at least acknowledge that there is life outside of White Collar Rhymes. Unfortunately, right now, life has been predominantly Trump saying we need Greenland for the Golden Dome and passive aggressively threatening to occupy it.
Huh. Yeah, seems like they don't want us to have it for some reason.
Yeah, who would have thought when we start saying we're going to take it that they would start just sending troops and everything to defend it?
It kind of seemed to me that just saying, but I want it, would have been good enough.
I agree, Catalyst. I think the Bahamas should have been first target. Like, let's get some place we can go vacation to. But I understand from an insurance perspective, islands down there hit hard by hurricanes. Might want to put like a wall up in front of them first.
Well, I have to address, NK said that he fucked with my vibe. I will take that as a supreme compliment, and I'll just throw it right back at you. I fuck with your vibe, man.
All right.
Your vibe.
All right, that glazing is crazy. I see where we're going.
No glaze, just all praise.
All right.
All praise to the highest.
All right. Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out Rogue Jepson. Thanks for the 10 months. Is that it? 10 months? Yeah, 10 months subscription with Prime. Shout out to NK for the tip. Shout out to Sully for resubscribing. And shout out to Catalyst for just being here.
Boom, boom, boom.
With your...
If you're here today watching this show live, that means that you're a man about town. You're a mover and a shaker. You know what the right thing to do is and the wrong thing to do is, and you chose the right path. So shout out.
Or you don't have shit to do on a Wednesday.
Maybe that too.
Also, thank you for Clear American sponsoring our show tonight. Drinking some cherry limeade sparkling water. If you have a Walmart near you, please check them out and acquire some cases of their beverages.
The worst thing anyone has ever done is take water and then added sparkle. Didn't need the sparkle. No sparkle with
I
my
think it
water.
did. I think it did.
Nah.
It's an enhancement.
It's like man, the seltzers, like White Claw, all that shit. Not that you would know, but fucking dog shit. The worst. Unless they sponsor us, in which case, yeah, I'll drink some of your shit water.
Hey, sponsor us.
White Claw, official party drink for cool dudes. Dab.
I like sparkling water because water is just too plain for me, and this kicks in with a little bit of texture and flavor, so it allows me to stay hydrated and host this beautiful show where we get to chit chat with our community and listen to music. And first up tonight is Rogue Jepson. He was first in line with his subscription. Then after that, we got NK. Then after that, Sully, and then Catalyst. And then Lookits has something out there in the queue. So we're going to start the show with Rain Money by Rogue Jepson. And the only comment here is, sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Mom.
Probably should do sorry, Mom, and then just ooh. But do you cook? Not here to, criticize your lyrics.
Yeah, I am. That's my role. Of the two-headed dragon that is the WCR review show, I'm the lyrics criticizer. Dice is the vibicizer.
Vibicizer.
No, vibes are off, bro.
Yeah, vibes are off. Let's see what Rain Money gives us. I'm sure it has good vibes.
If you do rain in money, like rain in dollars on them hoes without ever having gone to a strip club, I revoke this song in the name of Jesus Christ.
Rogue, have you ever been to a strip club? How many nipples have you seen on the opposite sex in real life, Rogue?
Oh, good question for the crew.
As we listen to Rain Money by Rogue Jepsen featuring
Let's hear it.
Catalyst. One pair.
At least it wasn't just a singular. It's like,
Don't get it twisted, I ain't my missus. Don't wanna pay for all them kisses. Don't wanna waste time fucking on FaceTime. Centerfold saved up all of my bitches. Cause I'm serotonin with your body on me. Like mechanic race in a bar life. Got me losing my focus whenever she tests. Running through my mind child. I want another flavor like you. Fuck up that man that you've been tied to. I got some cash, just show me that ass. Cause I got this centerpiece waiting for you. Girl, just split your ignorance. Got that white bitch attitude. Girl, you get away with it. Cause no one got a face like you. Cause I got a band with your name on right here. Still, you got me waiting like I owe you my tears.
Yeah, I just be sipping that yak. Counting that money, got racks. Losing my count when I stack. Need a new account, I'm max. Grab a new pack and I flip it that day. Fuck on the bitch and I store in the cane. Grab on her waist and I throw it insane. I throw it insane. I break on the back and I pull out the pack. Stuff on the wood and I'm rolling it stat. Straight to the face and I'm blowing it fast. She shaking that ass. Tell me your lies. Show me your sin. Look in my eyes. Now do it again.
Cause I got a band with your name on right here. Still, you got me waiting like I owe you my tears. Cause I got a band waiting for you right here. Yeah, I got a band waiting for you. Band waiting for you right here.
All right, it was Rain Money by Rogue Jepsen and Catalyst. Question for the chat. I've heard this phrase a lot, and I wouldn't have asked if I didn't hear it in this song.
think
What
I know where you're
exactly does fuck on a bitch mean?
oh, not what I thought.
What does
I
fuck
mean, you
on a bitch?
know, like traditional sex, intercourse, birds and bees, that's where your penis is inserted into a vagina. That's when you're fucking in a bitch.
Right.
Now, if you're not quite comfortable going inside, maybe it smells a little strange, maybe there's mystery liquids oozing from different orifices, maybe there's an actual turd inside of the vagina. In that case, you don't want to go inside the dirty shit vagina. You got to go on top. And that's where you pleasure yourself rubbing against her belly button. You're fucking on a bitch.
Catalyst says you just fucking on her like you're doing all the work.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think
it's
this-
my definition.
Yeah, I don't agree either. I'd rather go with D Bird's strange definition than that. Anyway,
Just filling up the belly button.
thank you NK for your long novel of gear. The Nauman 102. I was gonna get that. I ended up with the 103. Scarlet interface, Apollo if you're rich, or you can get the Nauman interface as you see here, the MT48. Auto-Tune Pro 11. Thank you, NK. Thank you for imparting some knowledge. I don't think that our chat shares knowledge enough. Generally, we just like make fun of each other or say strange things. So thank you for actually being a musician. Kudos to you, young man.
Yeah, I love how you interrupted our intelligent conversation around fucking on a bitch to give me my new studio setup.
Nah,
I
that's
just
good.
copied it and put it in my notes folder.
As far as this song, so my immediate thoughts, I think Catalyst's verse is low, too low volume wise. I feel like his vocals could have been louder. Towards the end of your verse, Rogue, it kind of became unclear what you were saying. It felt a little bit more mumbled than clearly spoken. I think you were trying to put a little bit of swag into it, but it made it hard for me to understand what you were saying. And then like the second line of the chorus felt slightly whiny and less singy, but I think overall it works. Those are my off the top of my head cliff notes on it. But definitely the vibe kind of carries this overall. However, I wish that there were more lines in Catalyst's verse that were like catchy and memorable and stood out more. I felt like Catalyst, the verse was too generic, even given the type of song and the context of the song. I wanted something that I can go back and like repeat and other than fuck on a bitch. And that only stood out to me because I was like, what the hell does that mean? I never said that in my life. Anyway. But overall, like, yeah, the vibe carried the song, but I wish that there were more sparkling moments in it that I could like harken back to. Rogue had some pretty good lines in the first half of his verse, but you know, like I said, the mumbling towards the end of it, not that you were mumbling, but it was harder to make out what you were saying, kind of threw me off. I want to give this like an 8, but I'm at a 7. I feel like I would only listen to it again just because the hook and the beat, but overall it doesn't have like a lot of memorable parts for me. So it's a solid 7.
McKenna Grace mentioned in song.
I heard that.
I didn't hear that, but I'm stoked about it. You know what I realized? I realize I'm getting old when all of the young hotties that the youths are excited about. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I wish the young hotties were actually hot in my eyes. They just all seem like regular high school bitches that just graduated college and now they just look like normal chicks who are famous.
Yeah, without like knowing anything about these people other than like, oh, here's a name, looking it up, pretty unimpressed. Chaperone, like that's a strange one. Regardless, I'll stay away from that topic. Let the youths be youths. Enjoy what you enjoy. Here's where I'm at with this song. Well, quick diversion. Sipping on yak. I was like, I think that means cognac, right? And I looked it up on my little Google machine just to make sure I was getting the slang right. Shout out for sipping on yak. I don't know if you actually do it, but me and Kelsey were going into a bar for breakfast. We're getting some pancakes. And before you know it, some gentleman at the end of the table said, you're not the people that was sitting there. You want a shot? And we're like, okay. He bought 2 rounds of cognac, and it's the most delicious shit I've ever had in my goddamn life. Dice, if you ever drink, do cognac. I digress. Shout out cognac.
What is cognac? Is it like a dark liquor?
It's like, I want to say I don't fucking care. I don't know. I was going to say a bunch of different things, and I was like, you know what? I don't know any of them to be true. I was going to say liqueur. I was like, that's not. Scotch? I don't know. Who cares?
Right now, based on the limited knowledge that I have, the top of my list is bourbon, then like a martini, and then people keep saying vodka, but I'm skeptical there. So I'll put cognac right above vodka.
Yeah, I mean, you're a sweet boy. You'd like some good mixes. Hennessy's delicious as well. Regardless, this song, I agree. Catalyst too low. It would be interesting to kind of get a little bit more. I don't want to say lyrical, but just like, have a little bit more creativity in the writing, I think, could benefit that. But the vibe is there. The beat carries this for sure. The beat itself is just like a home run. So it almost didn't matter what you did to it. Rogue, for me, it sounded like I liked the melodies. I liked the lyrics. I liked what you did here. It felt like the auto tune or the pitch correction was kind of working overtime. You know what I mean? Like there's this like sound when like Serato takes the notes and kind of moves them around and shit, and it kind of sounded a little like harsh, maybe like a little over processed in the effects. I haven't seen the session. I don't know much about it or how much auto tuning you did to it, but to me it felt like I wanted more of a natural sound. I found myself wanting to hear more of the natural rawness, and I think instead of having so much auto tune, you can counteract that by doing more of a raw sound, more presence, and then having slightly more layers to this. So I think that would be my recommendation for especially the chorus, but definitely your verse as well. More layers, more of a natural sound rather than the auto tune. But I like the melodies that you did. I'd give this a 7.5.
Word. All right.
Melodyne, yeah.
Shout out Melodyne.
Yeah, the same shit happens when Zone Melodynes my verse. It like throws the pitch off ever so slightly, and I'm like, that's not how I sound. Something about fucking Melodyne, man, and it's hard.
It definitely needs attention to detail, or you'll have people sounding really funny. He did the same thing to my vocals. I was like, I sound like a fucking robot whenever Zone puts Melodyne on it. Stop that.
Yeah.
All right. We got a tip from NK, friend of the show. Recent, I believe.
Oh, the glaze is crazy. Friend of the show. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Is he not?
I'm just saying the way you're throwing it out there, like, oh.
I'm saying friend of the show because he makes time to come share his pre-release music with us.
Lover of the show. That's better. See, that's no glaze, no nothing. Lover of the show. Say it right, Dice.
If you ever hear me refer to any other human as a lover, I've lost my fucking marbles.
It's like it's an imposter. Somebody had a brain switch.
It's a skinwalker. If I ever refer to anybody, I don't care whether it's like the girl that I love the most in this whole world. If I call them lover, I'm not me.
So on that note, I was just at a corporate QBR get together, whatever. A couple of the dudes on my team went out with some other leader from another team for drinks. So we did our business shit. We went out for drinks. There's like 4 of us there. And one of the guys mentioned his fiance,
his lover.
Woman. He said partner.
Oh.
He said, oh, my partner, blah, blah, blah. And like the boss of this other team, he's not our direct boss, but he's like in leadership, roasted his ass. He's like, ooh, partner, huh? Okay. And like just chipped at him all fucking night.
Partner, I've warmed up to, just because, you know, people identify different ways. Maybe your girl identifies as a he one day, or maybe she's a she the other day. Some partner I can dismiss, but lover, it just reminds me of that Saturday Night Live skit with Will Ferrell and what's her name, where they're like in the hot tub and he's like, oh, my lover, and they're just like licking each other's face. I'm just disgusted by calling somebody your lover. Sorry.
Yeah. I actually have my best friend and his wife can get that way in hot tubs. So I just like, you're like, okay, bro, you guys want to go inside?
you can do that without other people being around. It's fine. We don't need to see it. But Sully, I do love you. Everybody,
because none of my friends watch this show.
Everybody's a friend of the show. I love everybody equally with disdain in the community.
Yeah, word.
All right. So here's.
Is that a good enough ramp for NK's new single?
I think so. This is called All My Life by NK.
That bowl cut, though.
When I was a kid, I
can never rap enough. I used to write tracks in my class at lunch. I had to prove that I'm not a man that stuck. So anyone that doubted me, I went and passed them up. I'm like, whoa, I don't really know what's going on here. All I know is life is hard, it's been a long year. I've got to stop dwelling on the past and focus ahead of me on whatever's coming next. I guess anyone can be a critic, everybody got something they wanna say. I don't give a fuck if you believe in me or not, I know I do it anyway. 'Cause I don't wanna be like everybody. 'Cause all my life, all I wanted was a moment like this one, breathe in it. I'm high on hope. It's all my life, yeah, that's all my life. That's all my life, yeah, that's all mine. Goddamn, mom, look, I really didn't know it's late. Oh my god, it's already been 7:45. I didn't even know you called. I don't know what to say. I don't expect you to understand. I've been wanting this shit as long as I can remember. I don't expect you to understand. I've been wanting this shit as long as I can remember. I can't remember. It's all my life. All I wanted was a moment like this one. Breathe in it. I'm high on hope. It's all my life, yeah, that's all my life. That's all my life, yeah, that's all mine. Yeah, I'm scared, I'm terrified. One day I'll have regrets when I die. Like everybody else. Like everybody else. You know what they say. You should get a 9 to 5. You know what they say. I don't know why you'd even try. You know what they say. You know it's all a waste of time. You know what they say. You just don't pay 'em no mind. Way too freaking short to worry, man. It's all good.
Right, that was NK with All My Life.
My life.
What'd you think, Bird?
Here's what I thought, Dice. I thought that was a pleasant track that filled my ears with pleasure. What rainbows and rosebuds that we're subjected to here on this show. No, here's where I'm at. I think that was fire. That was super upbeat, super poppy. I think it was a good balance of kind of like the singing capabilities, the songwriting. My kind of suggestion here, and this is just to my ear, I recognize this is a choice, but the chorus, it felt like the guitars were a little louder than the vocals in terms of the levels and how I wanted them. Like it's such a fucking, punch in the face, fuck yes chorus where it's like so poppy, so punchy. I loved it. I liked the melodies. It felt like the levels were just a little bit too soft on the vocals for where my ear was wanting them. You know what I mean? Like you can still make out the words. It was fine, but like I wanted the vocals a little bit more on top of the instrumentation just so I could clearly like kind of chant along and pump my fist rather than kind of squint my eyes and be like, yeah, I can still hear it, So that's where I'm at, is that I think just a slight tweak would help with the way I wanted it to land. But also I can see if he's like, no, this is how I wanted it. It's perfect. Fuck you. I'm going to give this a 9.
I like the energy of the beat a lot. I feel like kind of what Ray Stans was saying, it definitely feels like I could see people in the crowd like fist pumping along with it and just like riding the energy of the beat. And I think you did a good job of harmonizing along with the cadence and the melody of the beat as well. The only like lingering afterthought that I had was, are the lyrics like catchy enough that I would be chanting them, or is it more of just like telling a story, or whatever the topic is about the song itself? Because I could see it going two ways. Like this could certainly be like a song about something, or it can be a song about nothing that is just memorable. Like it just could be like, a Black Eyed Peas song that everybody just knows the fucking chorus to and they like sing along to it. But if you ask people what the verses sound like, they're like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Just remember the bridge. So, I think you could take it either way. I think you have like a good balance of either or how it sits right now. And you do a good job evolving a track. Like it's never just one style of it. It's like, okay, I can rap, I can get a little bit soft, I can bring the energy up. So I like how the track evolves overall. That's just my only lingering thought is like, should it be an either or? Should this just be like, fuck it, it's just a track that people are gonna remember and they chant along to, or is it something that you want to like, hey, I'm actually saying some things here and I want you to remember what I'm saying. But either way, it still sounds good, very polished. Do you make your beats? Who makes your beats? That was gonna be my one question, is like who was the producer on this? Because kudos to them on this.
Name names. We're stealing them.
This is gonna be your main style. I think it's a good style. I think, like I said, I think you have a lot of versatility with this, so I'm not mad at it. I also give it a solid 9 out of 10.
I want your style to be whatever I want your style to be. So just
All
keep that in mind.
Okay, Glaze is crazy. Find YouTube beats and he remakes them. That's not a bad approach,
Smart.
Lately, people on our Discord have been hip to winner of the producer tourney, Kyle Moody, doing similar activities of just taking people's vocals and reproducing stuff. Not quite in the same vein of reproducing it exactly, but same flavor, different approach.
Dice, this tournament that you've started, is this open for newcomers or is this just for the old fogies that did it last year and then we're in the winners bracket?
It's open for anybody.
Okay.
I was looking at the top 8 from the Square Up League, and it didn't seem like most of the people were still like active engaged. So I was like, rather than trying to dig up people and rally them to do stuff, let's just open up a new batch. So anybody can join.
Fair enough.
32.
Hear that, NK?
Yeah.
Put your style up against the WCR community.
Starting on February 1st, tracks will be due every Friday. Saturday we'll be voting new criteria for the next round up Sunday. This time it's going to be single elimination, so no long drawn out league. You guys don't have to endure week after week. So if you get eliminated, you're fucking gone. But the goal in this is to do more tournaments at a faster rate. So after this one's done, the plan is to do an artist producer tournament right after that.
Oh, the Who's Fire tourney is competing with ours. Interesting.
Well, it's one thing that they don't have that we have is not Shaq.
Yeah, they don't have D-Bird.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Sorry, Shaq, you missed out.
But Shaq, if you wanna join WCR, like come on in.
I mean, we'll consider it if Shaq wanted to take part in this. I'm not saying yes to that. We've got a lot going on, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, we've already built it up so much. Like him joining now is kind of like the wave's already cresting.
Yeah, I feel like it would be just we'd be squeezing droplets of water out of a dirty rag.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Allen Iverson, his partner in crime, I don't think he has a music review show that he works with yet.
There you go. But good luck in the Who's Fire tournament. Hopefully you see some bountiful gains from that.
Bountiful gains.
All right. Speaking of who's next in our queue? I think Sully. Yeah, Sully's next. The hell is this?
Sully.
Shout out NK, shout out Rogue. I saw Rogue had to go back to work, so thank you, Rogue, wherever the hell you are. Thank you, NK. We'll keep it moving. Seems like we got music to do tonight, so we'll save our yapping for later.
Yeah.
I did see a question from Catalyst earlier before we listened to that song.
What do you say?
If your partner told you they wanted to get a cock installed, would you stay?
No.
You can't answer that fast. You got to think about it, man. Gotta,
All right. No. Would you?
I think I agree with whatever. Well, I didn't see somebody ask. And what does installed mean? Is that like permanent? Is it like an attachment that comes in and out? What does that mean? And what are they using it for? Is it just like for like self-confidence and motivation, or is it intended to be directed at me?
Is there any answer that you'd be like, okay?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to just wear it around the house because it makes them feel better, fine. Knock yourself
And then
out.
just take it off right before lovemaking, or keep it in?
Take it off. Take it off.
You'd insist in them taking it off?
I insist. I implore you to remove said installed cock before lovemaking commences.
Okay.
You're not sure how they do it, but you're pretty sure it's permanent, which means I don't think you know. So, screw on cock is crazy. All right, let's listen to the next song. I'm over this topic.
Yeah, glad we brought that.
All right, here's Sully and Catalyst, friends of the show,
Lovers
waiting
of
for the show freestyle. Is this a music video? I gotta play the video. All right, hold on. Get this video up. Don't make me regret this, boys. All right, here is Untitled. Oh, waiting for the show freestyle 2. Okay.
Lovers of the show.
Yo, told her sit in my favorite place. Yeah, sit on my space. Let me get a little taste. You are driving me insane, sane, driving me insane. Yeah, give you little brain. Yeah.
She said that I'm cold. Is that why her tongue is just stuck on my pole? Anything north of the south, I'm froze. Busting them out, but it came out of nose. Here's a tissue, baby. Now blow.
Hey, tits are acid like tits in my face, baby. Blue balls and blue face, baby. I'm no crip, I'm great, baby. Crazy. I don't pull chicks, yeah, I pull hair. You're not hot, yeah, I don't care. As long as you're not a man. Hit it.
She hit my phone like, what's up? I'm hitting her back like, who is this? Let me get you on a FaceTime. You can shake some ass so I know who you is. Oh, you the one with the friend, playing defense. She big as a fridge, leave her at home along with the pigs.
Grease, 4 chicks in the VIP can't freeze. Got my mink coat and my jeans. Please don't be a tease. Photo session with the cheese. These Nikes, they don't crease. And these chicks are for the streets. Sheets, take one for the sheets. Breeze.
I don't care if she's black, white, fat, nice, baptized, mad, blind, crippled, shriveled, got big nipples. As long as that pussy don't sting. As long as that pussy don't sting. As long as that pussy don't sting.
Well, it's good to have standards. That's my first comment. It's good to have standards. It's good, it's an anthem of empowerment. It's an anthem of, picking your sexual partners wisely. I think this is a good educational bitty bop.
What?
I feel like this could be played across high schools all across America for them to understand.
As long as your pussy don't stink, is gonna play in high schools.
It's hygiene, health, and human services. Who knows? What do you think about this one, Dice?
Hey kids, get ready to go out into the world and the workforce as long as your pussy don't stink. So
I
we're
mean,
teaching
you want stanky pussy in the workforce?
Maybe stanky pussy gets the job done. I don't know. Fuck.
That's true. It's more about can you do the job?
What did I think about this? The freestyle, it's not something to be taken seriously based on the listening that I've just done and the video. My first question is, why aren't there more Caucasians dancing in the video? Why so many black and brown people?
Do you really need an answer to that, Dice? Whites look bad when they dance. That's just the facts of it.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Question gone. Bird gave me the answer. What do I think of this? It's a waiting for the show freestyle. What do you really want from it is my summary of it. The only things that I would critique on this is I think that y'all's energy is a little bit underperformed. Like, I feel like you both recorded it sitting down and, sure, it was done for fun and laughs, but it didn't have like a lot of emphasis in the delivery. So I would have liked it if you guys had more impact in what you were saying. Like, you projected a lot more with more force. Where it is right now, it just kind of feels like, okay, I'm just making kind of a throwaway song, and it doesn't have the energy that kind of draws me into like the feeling of it. But I say that lightly because what is it? It's just a BS song anyway. So I guess how much can you really get into it? That's all I got. Fuck, I'll give it a 6. I tried.
Yeah, I mean, it almost doesn't make sense to give serious feedback because I know it's not a serious song. Hence, my initial joke responses. I would just say, in general, I love the fact that our community finds such joy in being
Torture.
silly together.
Oh.
Collaborations, and talking about stank puss. You love to see it. Yeah, I mean, freestyle's freestyle. Not much to say there, guys. But interesting choice of a beat. Wasn't expecting rap versus over it. Was a bit of a strange mix-up. But there were some parts that were kind of funny, and some parts that worked, and some parts that didn't. So, I'm sure the world will be shaking its ass to this very soon. 6.
All right. Thank you for sharing your song with us. Friends of the show.
Lovers of the show.
Next up,
I already did. I shaked, I bopped, I dipped, I dived, dodged. Yeah. You just didn't see it. It's all in my lap.
Smoke and mirrors.
All the movement was happening in my lap.
Green screen. That's what we do here, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Catalyst. Kyle Moody remixed the song and he really likes it. Some spots don't really fit, but the pockets there are fire. Debating, recreating it over this beat and making it fit a little better. What do we think? All right. Here is the classic Catalyst song, Dance Like This, reproduced by Kyle Moody.
Said she wanna dance like this. Pull up on my block with my hands on her hips. Told her throw back, let's playing with a gift. I'ma get up on it like you ain't with the click. Grind it, slide it, ride that pole. Thank me, save me, grime asshole. It, me, us, we spend my money. I'ma get a little bit of action in the bag. Told Shawty put a little bit of ass on the cash. Never seen the money get the moving this fast. She's shaking, wake me, oh my god, amazing pacing, oh my god. Pack it up, you can come with me. Tryna get a little bit of ass stuck up in my teeth like, wait, is that too far? Fuck it. Shawty put them hips in drive. Let me get a leash, wanna take it for a ride. Got up on her knees and it made me wanna cry. Call the police cause you know
come with me tonight. We can have a few drinks, call an Uber, pay and measure the skirt. With the neon light, go uptown, downtown, anywhere around, it don't hurt. No pockets at all. Baby, you the one I wanna ball with. Come get involved. I like when they're tall. I like when they fall on my hold on. I still do it like the OG me did. I do it how it does it. I'm your best new secret. You a diamond doesn't hate to serve you deep dish. Blue inside the cupboard that she keep me geeking. Floozy undercover, but she like my recent music. Think I love her, love the way she glee. Cool without the brothers, I cannot believe it. Soon to be a mother body type.
Shorty put them hips in drive. Let me get a lease, wanna take it for a ride. Got up on her knees and it made me wanna cry. Call the police, cause you know I'm gon' slide. Round ass, pretty face, itty bitty waist. Everything you need, just empty out my bank. I'ma show you how to have a good time as long as you come with me tonight.
Right. Dance Like This by Catalyst and Jacob, reproduced by Kyle Moody. What do you think, D-Bird?
I was bopping along again downstairs. I was bopping along. It's a fun vibe. I like the beat. I think production wise, there's just some parts that like are tough for me. I would say Jacob's entire part sounds just off. Like I can hear the pops. I can hear like just quality wise, it sounds like very strange. And especially like at the end when there's all these layers, it kind of felt like lower than the beat. It just was plucked and plopped down and like didn't seem like was mixed together for this beat. And then the chorus came in at the end and it just sounded way too loud in comparison. So overall, I think like there's some parts of the mix that I'm just like, like doesn't really fit. But as a overall vibe, like the first verse of Catalyst, I was like, yeah, like his voice, his energy over this kind of new beat, I do like it. It's just a matter of, does it fit? Right? Like for me, there was a weird part where like if you just listen to what Catalyst is saying, the beat almost feels like a jazzy, like PG sort of like Disney movie dance routine, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
Catalyst is kind of talking like it's a strip club anthem, and it just doesn't have the feeling of a strip club anthem in the same way that his track with Rogue did. So spiritually, the lyrics don't necessarily match with the jazzy tones of it for the first part, but it sounds good. And then when Jacob comes in, it just doesn't sound good. That's my feedback. I would give this one a, like, with all the mix issues and sort of stuff, kind of to the side, but like that's what factors in. Maybe a 7.
Yeah, that was
Confused
one
7?
thing that I caution people sending Kyle, and I'm not saying Catalyst didn't do this, but don't just send vocals and then make him kind of rearrange the song to fit a new beat. Like tell him the BPM that you recorded to, because Catalyst says this one was sped up a little bit, which makes sense. If you're reproducing and you don't know the BPM, you're going to just kind of tap it out and then make things fit, which I've heard on some of the remixes that Kyle Moody has done. Not to say that Kyle was, doing a bad job, but, you work with what you got and you make some educated guesses in between. So always make sure you tell them the BPM. But in general, I think I like the beat. I think you would have to re-record it just to kind of match the energy that the beat is presenting, because I remember I don't remember exactly how the old beat sounded, but your cadence and your flow kind of matched that laid back style of the old beat, whereas this one is a little bit more swingy and dance style-y, and you got to really project to like give that same energy that the beat is giving you. So right now it feels like you're underperforming and you're kind of washed away by everything that's going on with the beat. But I think it could work. You would just have to re-record it in order to match everything. And then I don't really know what to do about Jacob's part, whether he is forced to re-record as well, or, or what y'all want to do about that. Like I think it could work, but everybody would have to go back to the drawing board and say this is the beat that we're going to use going forward, not the other beat. So I would give the song itself, I'll give it a 7. I mean, I like the vision of what it could be if it was redone with a purpose. All right.
Yeah. I see Catalyst saying he might just make something new on it. Yeah, do that.
Yeah. All right, next up, we got another gift from Sully.
Shout out, Mr. Sully.
This is called The Deal is Sealed Demo. Last few bars need to be reworked. This is from Sully, the passionate lover of the show, on a beat with drums.
What do you know? Love to see it.
Let's take a listen. Here's The Deal is Sealed.
Yes, guys, it's official. It's confirmed the deal is sealed. Walid Chidira makes his move from Napoli to RCD Espanyol on a season-long loan deal. Both clubs are delighted that this signing has gone through, and hopefully he hits the ground running.
It's 2026, top bro gotta go, he said. Show me send them pics. Girl, the green flag. She don't do no flicks, but I don't got no signal. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you in a 1, 2, 3, go. I need a chick for the deep talk, yeah, that's real. 1.3 promille, that's ill. It's not luck, it's skill. I'm smooth, but I don't spill. I do shoot, but I don't kill. Don't need alcohol or pills. I don't act, but it's a film. Guess who's back? It's me. I am him, yeah, I am he. Deal is sealed like I'm 3 mil. I'm flowing, where's my refill? What? Never heard Sully on a beat. Feature, no, I'm the feet. All these motherfucking rappers talking shit, that's crazy to me. Hide and seek or hide your tears when I face you or you face me, that's real. It is what it is. I guess I'm the king in it, that's real. Wait a minute, what year is it though? It's 2026. Top bro gotta go, he said. Show me send them pics. The girl, the green flag. She don't do no flicks, but I don't got no signal. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you in a 1, 2, 3. It's 2026. Top bro gotta go, he said. Show me send them pics. The girl, the green flag. She don't do no flicks, but I don't got no signal. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you in a 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, that's The Deal is Sealed by Sully. You know, Ray Stans mentioned something on your other track with Catalyst that I meant to comment on, but I heard the same thing in this one. The further along you get in your songs, the more into it I can hear in your vocals. Like when you start out, you're kind of just like lulling into it, but as you get like warmed up, and I think it's just as a habit of like getting comfortable or the repetition of doing takes over and over again, you start to loosen up a little bit, and a little bit more personality and flamboyance comes out later in your tracks than it does in the beginning, which makes sense because sometimes I'll record a track and I'll go back and I'll do the first verse over after I've done everything else because I'm like, okay, my vocals are warmed up, they're ready to go. I have a lot more energy in the second half than I did in the first half. Let me redo this first verse again. And I would say that this is probably something that you would need to do that on because I wanted to say you came into this track dragging, but then by the end of the track, you were like really, I could hear you into it a lot more. So I would say, yeah, redo the beginning of the song and match the energy of the first or of the second half so that it feels like you're into it all the way through. I like it though. I mean, I don't know whether this like little dance vibe, you know, the Streets of Rage club scene beats are for you, or is that your new thing? Like NK's got his new thing. Everybody's apparently new year, new me shit going on, whatever the fuck you guys want to do. But I like it. I'll give it a 7.5, maybe 8 if I listen again and just kind of vibe out to it.
Yeah, I hear what you were saying, Dice. Like, I think the second verse took me by surprise in a good way. I was like, oh shit, like this just sounds more comfortable, more natural, right? I think the first part when you first came in, like it just kind of sounded like the tone was a little flat, right? Like the tone was just hitting a little flat to The beat wasn't quite matching the energy. Yeah, re-record the first part. I think the second part was exactly how you needed to approach that beat. Well, I don't understand the beginning. I don't understand that little intro. Maybe that just came with the beat. You can take that off, man. You don't have to keep that shit in just because the producer did something stupid.
Nah, you can't change it, Bird. Once it's there, it's permanent.
Man, whoever this producer is, fuck him. Fuck him. Oh, this is a 12-year-old kid? Yeah, get him out of there. There's not a goddamn thing a 12-year-old can say that's going to be interesting to my ear. All right. I mean, maybe there's some interesting German 12-year-old meme that I don't know about. I hate it. I don't like it. And kind of the same way in the beat, there's like just a lot going on. There's like, bits and bobbles of baby noises and just whatever the fuck else, just noise for noise sake. I like the upbeatness of the beat. And sometimes there's shit that's just distracting from your vocals as you're, approaching this track. So just something I am throwing out there in case you do have the stems and wish to make it easier for people like me. Not a bad track though. I think it's a fun listen. 7.5.
All right. Keeping the music vibes going tonight, folks. Apparently you guys are sick of us just rambling about nonsense, so that's fine. I'm still going to ramble at the end of the show anyway, so fuck you guys.
We got rambles galore.
But first up, JCC had posted a track last week while Bird wasn't here, but we're going to circle back and make sure Bird listens to it and forcefully gives an opinion. So in the spirit of some Kyle Moody remixes, here is Troublemaker, reproduced by Kyle Moody.
Take 'em to your pants, but you take to the bar. She's trouble. Oh, she's trouble. Intentions behind her eyes, she's subtle. She picks fights, plays nice, and cuddles. Oh, she's trouble. The way that she's moving her hips got my mind on the first thing. I'm losing control. Feel like I'm losing my grip. Turn around and I dip, 'cause I already know. She's a troublemaker. Tend to play with your mind. We can have a little fun, but I ain't calling you mine. Tend to call late night with a bottle of wine, but it don't feel right. Never cross the line. Troublemaker, time to play with your heart, time to pick you up just to tear you apart, time to take you on a trip but never take it too far. You wouldn't take 'em to your pants, but you take to the bar. She knows what she's doing, she might play dumb, but she's never been stupid. She don't play fair, she got an arrow from Cupid. She likes testing the air before she shoots it. She got the state to influence your day. She takes the pain and she moves it away. What can I say, what can I say? She needs some soul searching. For certain, would it be surprised she got in the pole working? Full service behind closed curtains. See how many pills you fit inside your Birkin. Hit a take to the club, spend on some drugs, catch a little buzz, but it's never enough. When it comes to love, it's temporary. But you love isn't necessary. She's bad news, covered in tattoos. She's bad news, but that's what attracts you. Stacked up of bills that are past due. Just wait for the day that she asks you. Her touch is euphoric. I wouldn't blame you to try and explore it. She's never boring, but I think it's important I give you this warning. She's a troublemaker, tend to play with your mind. We can have a little fun, but I ain't calling you mine. Tend to call late night with a bottle of wine, but it don't feel right, never cross the line. She's a troublemaker, tend to play with your heart, tend to pick you up just to tear you apart, tend to take you on a trip but never take it too far. You wouldn't take 'em to your pants, but you take to the bar. So run away and save yourself.
right. It's Troublemaker by JCC, reproduced by Kyle Moody for D Bird and D Bird only. What does D Bird think?
I'm gonna hate myself for saying this. I already hate myself for thinking it. I didn't like it. And here's why. Here's why. I don't know what you said about it last time, but here's my first reaction. The beat, masterful. Like insane guitar, insane production, like so masterful. Mwah. It's a piece of art. It's a Mona Lisa. The vocals, mwah, masterful. Literally some of the best sounding JCC vocals I've ever heard. The layers, the everything, it sounds awesome. Doesn't work together. I don't see these working together at all. In fact, it was so clashing, it was hard to sit there without a grimace on my face. And I'll say this with love because I think you guys are both super talented. It's just, it feels like, again, I don't know this to be true, but it feels like the vocals were sped up. And for this sort of vibe, for this sort of vocals, like the pauses are intentional. She's a troublemaker and it plays with your heart. Like the spaces, the timing, it's all important, right? And I think if you slow that part down, get more of that feeling out there with that butter smooth vocal, like that's important. And then meanwhile, like a lot of producers end up falling into these traps where they get too experimental, right? Where they're just going off the fucking reservation. They're doing jazz, right? It's like, hiring a guitarist to be in your band for like one show just to do like, the power chords for AC/DC cover band. And then they end up doing just fucking guitar solos all night of Pantera. And you're like, what the fuck was that? No. Like simplify, simple. And it's boring for some producers. I'm not saying this is what happened here, but you hear it with some of the advanced, really good people. They're like, why would I do just a 4/4 beat on tempo and just like let the artist shine? No, I want my moment. So in that sense, like there was just too much going on in the beat to really be complementary to the vocals. So in that sense, my take was like, the beat was great, just it was too experimental. And then the vocals were great, but they sounded sped up and didn't feel like they matched kind of what was happening in the beat. So because of the discordant nature of it, I'd give this like a 5 and say I would have preferred like a slower version of this.
Yeah.
What did you say, Dice?
I don't remember the exact score that I gave, but I definitely said it felt like it played too fast. Like the vocals just needed more room to breathe. Even though I enjoyed the beat, it like the way that it's sung, it feels like it needs more time to digest. Like she's a troublemaker. I don't need to hear she's a troublemaker. She's like it's just like
it's exhausting.
It's almost like somebody gave JCC a line of cocaine and told him, "Hey, hit the stage. Your time is up."
Let me tell you a story. I got
she's a troublemaker. I'm playing your mind. I'm like, whoa, JCC, calm down. He needed to like get off of the cocaine and just like be his natural self. So I think I said I don't remember the score. I think I was maybe like a 7. I still liked it, but I think that the beat needed to slow down, or he needed to just do a different beat with the vocals at a regular tempo. It just it felt too fast.
You can use those same, like I love the guitar choices in there. Like you can use those same guitar choices, but I'd say like, keeping the vocals at like the same volume they were recorded on and maybe doing more of a 2-feet bluesy jazz, kind of even in the same vein, just like not as much up and down, more just right down the middle of the road, kind of keeping time would be my suggestion, having no production ability at all. Yeah, keep in mind, I'm not a producer and this is way beyond my depth.
They don't know that.
I mean, I'll admit it out loud as I'm freely giving critiques.
There you go. All right. Let's see what else we got. We got Luckets, and then we got Noir, producer of the year. We got Fallen Dove, and then we got wrap up the show. So let's hear what Luckets has tried making a more conceptual thing. Here's Two Eyes. Hate to see somebody with more or less than that.
That's fired, Cyclops.
I'm walking outside, I see the sun. Take a look at the sky, I'm feeling the sensation of peace inside my soul. Undisturbed and released like animals. So I call up my dog, I say what's good. Then we talk for a while as usual, and enjoy our lives the way we should. Today has a time and soon to go, but I don't count days, I count experiences. That's where the greatest part of sentience is. The feeling made by living in the moment and savoring the many instances of the joy you get from hobbies or the interactions with your posse. Trying something new, explore the possibility to take given in the time be before the man above blows his trumpets and rest and up a line up for judgment. Every act been done is back to come for us. Gotta answer wrong, that's why I pray daily. A fact is done as a routine like the bath and brush, cause I could lose sleep if I haven't done what I must. It's just me, can't happen, but regardless, I mind what I'm seeing. The cows and lions are sheeping. The fire was lighting the beacons of hope, but we needed the most in the season. I'm testing my limits and not getting better, investing my spirit to find new levels. Cause no matter what, I never let up. When the cycle of life gets salted, I'm next. I've been dreaming big, just the G started changing. Wanted to be an astronaut in space, then rap found its way to me, saw it as strange, but it grew on me just like moss in a drain. So fascinated, decided to try it. My lyrics were garbage, but my mind was light and adopted the skills of the gas and the vibe, and now until flying up like I'm a pilot. No altitude is too high for me. Faith and driving both sides of me. If you tell yourself that you can and you work to be who you strive to be, the setbacks are just part of it. Don't let that break your heart to bits. It's causing training and evolve your wit. You come a weak and leave stronger with a new arsenal in your bag. So when you're in it, the shots have more blasts. 1 minute you lost with no path, the next you're finishing off the whole task. And all because of an obstacle that you thought would, then you just offer more next. In a singular thought I don't have, I'm off to scribble it on a notepad.
What's about to happen?
You just got dropped in the lava, son.
I got doubt inside my soul, and I fear what I don't know. So I contemplate every choice I make and I hope that I ain't wrong. Are my friends all really enemies? Do they gossip when I near me? The thoughts that run carelessly in my mind is why I move carefully. And the anger living in my heart is the only reason I got far. The jealousy and the every breed and the speed that which I'm never leading, cause I never feel like I did enough. Consistently it was critical that I outdo every single one. I keep losses at a minimum, and eventually it was hard to do it. It got to me and I started losing, no longer cruising. Now I'm out of fuel, hatred spreading in me like a virus pulling up in my brain, and it started losing. Now my mouth I spoke words that I was new to everything. I then became a 5 man too, and lost a few friends doing it, and I still do it cause I'd rather be a lonely winner than be accompanied and lonely with them. Building up my momentum just to try to get up and have one and then slowly kill it. They tell me that my ego's going through the roof, but I've been lacking one, that truth ain't true. I'm polar opposites to those who talking this tough talk for a few good views, but I never celebrated. You can see it, everybody else but me will move a beat when they see me, when I see my losing streak, and then I walk away for proof I truly reach the goals I set. Cause nothing that I have is good enough. Worry about what I don't got yet. Don't got the patience to wait for the growth I get, cause I only get one chance. I got no life left, I live on the time. I gotta get it now, I don't wanna dim it down, I wanna live it out. I ain't waiting till my knees give up to succeed, then they get it even up the defeats. No win will suffice, I gotta do it twice. Average people have highs, barely put through in life. Moving out of the pile and nothing new to try. Kings have 2 choices to make, and that is do or die. I'm willing to cut the loose ties, weigh me down enough to move by. Conflicting views coming up, 2 sides, parallel vision, seen through 2 eyes.
Right, that was Two Eyes.
Timestamp 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Insert cursor. Delete back half. Delete back half. The switch up the second half unneeded, unnecessary, way worse. Just throw it into the sun. Fuck it to hell and keep it there. The first part, amazing. In a way. So look, I think the strength here is the flow. Like I think, and there's some parts where it's really like kills and it's great and it's on and it's awesome. There are some times where it's not quite as strong, and even sometimes where it's like, did he fall off? But you're already moving on to the next one. So it's like, fuck it. Who cares? Good enough. I think that the first, you know, up until that switch up, it's fine for like a free verse and just like, all right, go nuts, young man, just, you know, flow fury, go as hard as you can. The mix is raw, right? Like there's no mix to it per se. And I think that the beat needs to be turned down. Anti-pop, like get rid of the pop on those, just mix them at all. And I think that you'll have a better track, but I think it's worth salvaging the first half. Second half, not worth salvaging, toss it. Where it's at today, unmixed. Some of those flow pockets were very well done. I think you're right on the precipice of something great, but you're not quite there execution-wise. I'm gonna give this a 6.
I think I mentioned this Sunday, is that like he has very good technical ability, but when you try to lay it on top of a beat, there's huge disconnects. Like it's almost as if you're just rapping to the beat of your own drum, and then you're like, oh yeah, I should put something under these vocals, and it doesn't always align in the ways that I think that your flow is headed towards. And then when you say that this is more of a conceptual song, my struggle with fast rapping is, how do I digest everything that's being said? I feel like it was just so much being said, so much being thrown at me that I lost wind of the concept midway through the first verse. So I don't know. I don't want to tell you to stop rapping fast just because you're rapping fast. You're good at it. But I also want to be able to like process some of the things that you're saying in an intricate manner and enjoy them, you know, appreciate them a little bit more. I feel like I'm lacking the appreciation for what's being said because there's so much being said in such a short time. And I agree with Bert. The beat switch just felt unnecessary. It didn't really add momentum or impact to it. It just felt like an unnecessary dramatic change. So I give it a 6. I'll respect the technical ability, but it's hard to enjoy due to technical stuff. What's up, Casper?
Casper?
Cassie?
What's up? What's up, dog? He's on YouTube, so it makes me have to squint at the screen. Oh, T-Bird sells you some penny stocks. Yeah. Would you like some?
What's
I
your
can't
favorite?
sell 'em if you're
What's
not
your
in the
favorite?
market for it? But
What's your
if you
favorite
are,
penny
I got-
stock, D-Bird?
What's my favorite? What?
Penny stock.
Ooh, you know, Anthony Hardaway shoes. They're coming back, aren't they? Anthony Hardaway is still popular, right?
Yeah, everybody calls him Anthony.
Yeah.
All right. We got a beat from Noir, producer of the year. What did it do? Later, Cass. Thanks for swinging through. See if there's any change up in there. Okay. All right. I think we got the gist of it. That was producer of the year, Noir, with What Did It Do? I like this a lot. I like the funkiness of it. I like the style, the vibes. It's fresh. It doesn't feel like a different producer could just slap it together instantly, right? I think I like the uniqueness and all the different elements of it. I would give this one a 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, funky is a great word for it. That funky monkey. My favorite parts were the drums. The drum pattern was intoxicating, and I loved the sample on top of it. I think that's a good use of like one of those like Memphis type samples, 3 6 Mafia type, where it's like just kind of chanting in the background. I think that's the exact level you have to have it at. Otherwise, it's competing with like whatever an artist would do on there. So shout out for that. My one kind of thing that I didn't love as much was the strings. It just felt like the sound choice of the string or the synth, whatever that is. I just didn't love that part as much. So I'm a little lower at like an 8, but it's still a solid beat.
Word. Catalyst says he's already saving that one for some battles.
Yeah. Catalyst is all over that shit. That's why people tune in. They're like, let's see what Noir beats I can preview and then just steal before anyone knows about them.
Yeah, man. I mean, for what it's worth, I think Noir has understood that's what this is for. You showcase what you've got, and the people will flock and grovel at your knees if you have the right stuff. You've got the goods. So
I wish more people would take advantage of it. You know what I mean? We have such an insane, talented community. Like the talent in the community is fucking bonkers. And shit, half of the people that long since forgot about us, or, you know, don't regularly visit with us, I imagine what sort of collaborations could happen if they heard some of these beats, or if they, you know, kind of worked with some of the artists that maybe they discovered through the Discord.
Well, you know what? If people are too much of punk ass bitches to tune in and see the magic that we produce on the show, then they can eat all the bags of dicks in the world.
That's true. If you're not with us, you're against us. And if you're against us, I've got a bag of dicks to sell you, along with the penny stocks.
I wonder what the audience would be for a bag of dicks that would buy them.
I mean, 50% of the population.
Is it 50%?
I mean, all women love dicks and not all men love pussy, so I bet it evens out.
According to Elon Musk, birth rate is dropping.
Yeah. Well, Elon Musk allegedly is a Nazi. So he's probably just talking about stuff he has no idea about.
Speaking of people who talk about stuff they have no idea about, next up, DJ Tongue Hero and the Fallen Dove, Want My Lickin'. I don't know what I did with that intro. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean it.
You can't take it anymore. I can understand. I got a feeling, babe, you need more licking, babe. I know I make a killing, but I'm still so alone. I know you have a hope, will someday find a home, but I'm a dove who would rather roam. I'm a real liquor, baby, you got me acting crazy. Let's pour some liquor, lady, it's not that complicated. Got super seeds like Goku, she know I'm right, so food. This bitch fake like tofu, licking all night, I know you.
Is this Dove or Tongue Hero?
I think it's Dove.
I swear to God, Dove's backing vocals are better than his mains every time. I don't fucking get it. The backing vocals, exquisite. What'd you think, Dice?
Honestly,
Yeah, honestly.
I didn't like it. I think
Oh.
I thought both of them, the singing was just off. I was especially disappointed in Tongue Heroes because he's had some strong performances on some of his songs, but it just felt like he was just super off key and not himself in several moments. The vocals were a little bit quiet in comparison to Dove's. And then Dove's, I don't know, I didn't find myself like gravitating towards this, like wanting to sing along like some of the previous DJ Tongue Hero songs. And I think that's where I kind of got lost in this, is like the singing just didn't resonate with me. For that reason, I will give it a 4. I just didn't enjoy this. It was unpleasant to listen to.
You know what? I wasn't as mad. Listen, here's my take. Here's my unvarnished first impression. Tongue Hero, I'm not mad at your execution here. I think it was fine. I think you could benefit from additional layers to kind of smooth out some of those rough edges. And I think maybe what Dice is commenting on, like as far as the hook goes, it can be catchier without that high pass filter. I think it kind of dulls some of the performance of it. I kind of just took it for what it is, right? It's like, it's a fun song, get licked. Yeah, sure. I think you did a fine enough job kind of creating a vibe around it that matched the instrumental. Now, Dove, on the positive side, not as graphic as I thought you'd be. When I saw a title, Want My Lickin', I was like, oh, Dove's going to say something super gross and it's going to ruin it. So maybe you're learning. At the same time, the vocals are just way too goddamn loud. And I think it highlights all of the inconsistencies, like when you fall off, because they're so goddamn loud and noticeable, right? And so turn the volume down on the vocals to match Tongue Heroes, and I think just right off the bat, that'll gain you some points because it won't be as noticeable when you get off. Pause. And I think I was listening to the lyrics. I think you did a good job kind of matching kind of the cheesiness to it. Like, I don't love that you rhymed babe with babe. It kind of felt a little cheesy. But this is kind of a cheesy song. So I was like, all right, it's fine. And it's not like offensive. But then at the very end, you kind of just fell back into the old tricks, like, this bitch is fake like tofu, and just yelling about fake bitches and tofu. And you're like, ugh, like, that's not the vibe of the song. And so, again, I would just reiterate to you, I know that you have fun, you have these ideas in your head of like, oh, fake tofu. Yeah, this line is great. Selectively, right? Understand what the vibe of the song is and kind of lean more into that versus like, oh, I have this good idea that's just totally off base of what the track is. And that would be kind of a general feedback for most of the songs. I'm going to give this a 6.
Word. Well, that was all the songs that we had for tonight. So my idea to wrap up this show, given that we had lots of musics, D-Bird,
Yeah.
with the upcoming tournament scheduled, I was gonna go through the list of tournaments and say who are our favorites to make it to the finals.
You know what? I'm open. I'm open to exploring this further. Why not?
All right. So far, just to let everybody know, we have 22 out of 32 slots filled. So 10 more slots left. Tell your friends, tell your partner, tell your lover if they make music, because I guess
Partner.
from what I gather, Kuiper and his partner are signed up in here. Glazing has already commenced on Kuiper's partner.
Yeah, great.
So, yeah, get everybody join in. So let's go through the list of folks first and foremost. Let's see, starting from the top, we got Sully, Unit, Passive is signed up, Catalyst, JCC, Orson Flint, Noid.
Who's Noid?
Noid is new. I believe he posted something on Sunday when you weren't here.
I was going to say, that's the first name I don't recognize.
AD Rocky, Broken Twins, Ill ID, which learned earlier today is Birdcage.
Oh.
Parasite, which I believe is Kuiper's girlfriend. A. Ramirez, unfamiliar with this person.
Can we stop changing names, you fucks?
No.
I've literally used the same name for whatever. It's not about me.
Pag MC, Lil Swiss is back.
Mm.
Tangor, not sure who this person is. Casanova Westside, Swag Lean, Lithic Library, Huncho Dadon,
Yeah.
Trev, Cable, and Graded Axe.
Graded Axe.
Graded Axe. New couple. So got at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 new names in there, and then we got some classic favorites. Anybody stand out to you that you want to put some chips in on the table, on the gambling table?
All right, let me do just like a slow from the top to the bottom, and I want to give my top 3.
Do you want to give your top 3? Okay.
Okay. Okay. And again, I'm just leaving off the people I am unfamiliar with, and anyone can win it. This is the beauty of a single elimination. Anything can happen.
Anybody's game.
Matchups can also be real fucking hard, real fucking early. You know what? This might be a hot take. I'll give you my 3 that I'm like, okay, I know that these guys, I'd put my money on them being late rounders.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of talent in here, not to take away from anybody or anything. Passive, clearly like very well-rounded, can basically do it all. Casanova Westside, we've seen a lot of different sides to him. He makes some great story tracks, but he can also do some good, like, just bar out music. And I'm just going to put out my favorite for the whole fucking thing, Lil Swiss. I think Lil Swiss is a dark horse here, which I don't think a lot of people give him enough credit. In my mind, Lil Swiss has the best pen game out of anyone on the Discord that I've heard.
I would definitely say the last few things, I know it's been a while, but the last few things he shared on the review show, he's definitely gotten more exploratory. Like we've heard him do some singing, a little bit more harmonizing, a little bit more, I'd say, less look at my pen music, but like, yo, look, I can write a good song from end to end. Like, I definitely think he's been flexing what he's gathered from the previous competition and using that in his song creating process. So I can see that.
I think one of the big downsides to Lil Swiss, which maybe has left him more underrated than some others, is just beat choice. I think sometimes like he leans heavily into like the writing aspect and not enough into like making a song with like an instrumental that relates to people. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put my money on Lil Swiss.
I know we
What's
have
thoughts on the tournament?
your favorites. If I had to pick some sleepers, let me go back through this list real quick. If I had to pick some sleepers, some people who might surprise based on what I've heard, I would say Broken Twins, Trev. I don't want to be a part of the glazing community, but I'm only going to say this person because I see the way that people are already hugging the nuts. I'm going to say Parasite's going to make it to the finals or the semifinals.
Is there music that they've shared? Have you heard anything from them?
I heard a song that they shared yesterday or last night in the lounge. Kind of like alternative rock type music. She's got a good voice. And I feel like, I don't know, I probably shouldn't say too many comments. I should probably just stay out of it. Those are
as a host, you got to be neutral, but also I think it's fair to say some sleepers, people to watch out for, maybe your expectations of the tournament or things you're looking forward to.
I would say sleepers are Trev, Broken Twins, Parasite. Even though it seems like people may already be aware of Parasite's catalog, but I say those three because I think and I'll focus more on Broken Twins and Parasite. I think that they're both super talented and capable of making listenable and enjoyable music, and with the right matchup, they could easily like just knock somebody out who wouldn't expect it because they're like, oh, this is easy. I'm just gonna dial it home. So I would say those two are my sleeper picks to go a little bit farther than people would predict. Catalyst, I think that you are capable if you are into the track. So I think you have a tendency because you started out as a producer and you've been transitioning to an artist that you undersell your tracks. Like you don't put enough emphasis into it. If you get out and you project and you give that energy from like start to finish, then I think that you could surprise some people. But you have to be just as into the track as the beat is or as the listener is. If you kind of just like sit down and just like perform the lyrics, like, okay, whatever, I got it, then you're going to get swept out. But if you get into the track, I think you can make it further.
Yeah. I've definitely heard some great tracks from Catalyst. Yeah. I was so tempted to join up. I really want to. I just absolutely don't think I can put any time into this, and
there will be more, D-Bird. There's going to be others. So
the FOMO's strong.
But yeah, I was giving some people some information because people have been speculating on, is it going to be like the league was? We're going to have a beat round that everybody hated and all this stuff. And look, I read all the comments. I absorbed all the angst and the frustrations. And I decided I'm never again providing beats for you ungrateful fucks again.
Yeah.
Just that simple. I tried it. Didn't work. It worked, but it didn't work in a like, I got a warm and fuzzy feeling from it. I got an enjoyment out of it because it forced people to create some songs, but it just left a bad aftertaste in my mouth. So I'll stick with, some prompts, some pictures, maybe a little slight twist on that a little bit. But I haven't quite settled in on the voting aspect. I mentioned earlier today, I'm dabbling between two ideas. One is just the open poll like we did towards the end of the season where as soon as the songs are up, everybody goes in, votes. I'm not going to push for comments and all the other shit because it gets too hectic, chaotic, and all the other stuff. Or my other option is I'm going to recruit a secret panel of voters, and that will be the deciding factor for each round. And it would be people that are not in the community, therefore to avoid any like, you know, swaying or people trying to play this guessing game of who's playing favorites and all this stuff. I just find some impartial people and say, hey, listen to these songs for me, give me some votes, and then that would be the deciding factor. So I'll decide that this coming weekend, see what I can pull together. If I can find some reliable folks to commit to the work that goes into listening and saying which one they like better, then I'll probably lean towards that. Otherwise, there'll be some open polls, but I'll let everybody know before we get up and going. Should be fun. Hopefully, people have fun. That's all. That's what it's here for, right?
Well, good fucking luck with that. We've had so many crash outs around how we should do our tournaments and how judging should be. Some people don't like panels. Some people insist upon them. But at the end of the day, like, it's coming from an impartial place. And I think that that's hard for some people to swallow, is like, what? You didn't fucking love my musical? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and I think it's weird to realize at the end of the day, like, we don't necessarily benefit from declaring somebody from the community win. Like, it's not like, oh, we're aligning ourselves with somebody and that person has notoriety and we boost our own notoriety. It's just like, hey, we're doing this for the community. You guys are either winning a cash prize or like accolades from us. We don't get any boost by like playing favorites. But I've noticed, it's my personal opinion, like you said, like the politics are self-generated. Like, we don't even have to say anything, and then people are like running around with conspiracy. Like, I didn't even say anything about how the rounds would be. People are like, oh, is there gonna be another beat round? I hate that shit. I don't want to sign up because of that. Like, I didn't even say anything. I just said, hey, we're doing a tournament, guys. But like, the politics are self-inflicted.
I do love that you've taken on the mantle of the tournament host and creator for this round. As someone who's done it in past rounds, I've seen what that can look like. But just know that we love you, we appreciate you, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah. So good luck to everybody that signed up. I am excited to see what new tracks that we create this year as we roll into 2026. We're going to end the show for today. We'll be back on Sunday doing this again for the free queue. So if you got tracks you want us to listen to, give some feedback on, drop those in the Sunday feedback channel. Otherwise, we'll be back next Wednesday for the subscriber show, hanging out, chit-chatting, and sometimes listening to music like we did tonight, and doing it for the folks in the community. So see y'all on the flip side. We're getting